everybody, this is Peggy, and it is wee hours of the morning. I'm a little hoarse, but I just couldn't sleep, so I thought, I'm going to make a video. Here is this awesome card. I'm so pleased with it. I was flipping around on the internet earlier in the week, or I should say last week, and there was a lady named Lisa on Split Coast Stampers that did one real with the same concept, only she used a chevron die cut. Well, I don't have a chevron die cut, but I have this honeycomb die cut from Stampin' Up. I had to use it. So let me show you some of the things that I used. I used, of course, the large butterfly die. I think it's called Elegant Butterfly. And I'll run all the info at the bottom as usual. The little butterfly punch. I used some Memento, distress markers, and I used a Sweet Plum Memento ink pad because I don't have that color yet in Stampin' Up! Color. And I used the hexagon hive thinlits that we have. And let's see, what else did I use? Oh yeah, I used this butterfly Papillon Potpourri butterfly stamp that matches the punches. They coordinate together. And then I used the Sassy Salutations, and ended up using the Thinking of You. So, let me just show you how I did this. Well, you know what? There's another one I used. I used the Happy Watercolor stamp set. Let me grab that. Here we go. Sorry about that. Forgot this one. And I used this one. And this is the stamp right here that I used. Let me just show you what I did. I took a piece of cardstock. Excuse me. And it's 4 by 5 1/4. And as you can see, I stamped all over it using this stamp right here. Now, the lady that did it, Lisa, she used a totally different, she just did one flower. But because the hexagon, as you can see, cuts out so many holes, I thought, geez, I better do this more than once. So I took this stamp using the black Memento ink, and I stamped all over, making this kind of a printed paper. Then I went ahead and I used, let's see, this distress marker is called Milled Lavender, and this one's called Dusty Concord, and this one was called Crushed Olive. Now this I didn't finish, so I just color all these in, and I'm not a real fancy colorer. That's not my thing to color a lot. I love color, but I don't like to color in stuff. And because I'm going to be cutting this out, it really isn't going to matter a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and real quickly color this all green, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I went ahead and I colored all of the green in there, and then I colored the flowers. Now what I'm going to do is to go over to my Big Shot, and I'm going to use the hexagon die. I'm going to stick this right in there to kind of get it straightened in, like so. I'm going to run this through my Big Shot, and I'll be right back, and we'll see what we do from there. All right, be back. Okay, I did that. Now what I normally do, except that because it's wee hours of the morning and I wasn't thinking straight, I usually cut this a little bit bigger. I kind of messed that up. But we're going to just make it work. So, and the other thing I do is I usually put a piece of wax paper in here to make this pop out easier. But you'll see that it pops out pretty well without the wax paper. And I save all of these little die cuts. Oh, I'm popping them all over the floor. And I'll show you what I do with those in just a second. Alright, so there's, well, that one should come out there. There we go. And that little one comes out there. Where's my little pair of scissors? I can poke that one out. There we go. I think that's everything. Oh, nope, here's some on the side that come out. Alright, now, get these out of our way. Ooh, pooey, those all went all over the floor. Oh, that's alright. Now here's what I did with the other ones. I made another card. I thought, why waste them? So there you are. Just another way to use up your little scraps. Okay, back to this one. Put this over here. I have a piece of this olive paper. This again isn't Stampin' Up. I've been trying to use up a lot of my stash. A couple more had to come out of there. Okay, so there you are. So actually this one came out really, really well without the wax paper, but unfortunately I didn't cut my piece of paper big enough. So this isn't going to be quite the same. But you know, I think I'm going to improvise here. Do you see how this is way too thin? Because I didn't make my paper wide enough. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to cut those bad boys out of there. And then people just think, oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. So there you go. So there are never any what I consider mistakes. I'm going to get that one a little closer when doing cards. And I think I'm actually going to do the same thing over here, because these are a little thin as well. Take a little more of that one off of there. There aren't really any mistakes, because nobody's going to know that that was supposed to have a frame on it unless they see the other card and they're going to say, well, these are different. And so what they are. There they are. Let's get all that off of there. So I think that might be all right. Let's bring this back in here a little bit. Let me ponder this a minute. I think I might do it this way. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. Then I'm going to bring in my little glue, and I will put that there. I went ahead and stamped the happy birthday from Sassy Salutations there. Then let me show you what I did for the butterfly. Using the paper, this paper I had, as I said, the Sweet Plum ink pad that matched. So I stamped it color on color. Used a little bit of foam in between there. And then I'm going to add that little butterfly right there. I had some extra bling that I'm trying to get rid of. I just got the new bling, my Stampin' Up! Bling, and I love it. But I thought, gosh, I want to use up all this other stuff first. So I'm just going to peel that off of there. And I'm going to stick that right in between, like so. So I think after I glue that down, I'm not going to adhere this because you all know how to do that. But I'm going to do that there. But here's what I did. Again, here's another one. And I'm going to actually stick it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. While you're watching, we might as well do that right. Peel that off. And I'm going to put those three right. I want to show you. Okay, so are you getting the idea how that's going to be? But I wanted to show you. Can you see right there how I stamped those? If I bring in my big punch and I line it up, I don't have to do that fussy cutting, because there it is right there. Let's see if I can get it a little straighter. There. Well, it kind of flew right out of there. That's a good thing. So this is going to be my other butterfly, and he goes, I think I put it about there maybe. This one might go a smidge higher. And then the same with our small butterfly, matches. Let me hold it in the other hand here. The small one. So again, you just line her up in there. And let me see if I can, like so. Right there. There you go. So there's that one. And what I did is I put a little bit of foam tape right here on the back, and then I'm going to pop him in there. That gives me my three-dimensional. So even though I kind of messed up and didn't cut my paper quite the way I did the first one, I'm still going to have a great looking card. I think anyway. But isn't that cool that you can use your stamps to make your printed paper, and it comes out looking totally different? There's the original. So this one has a frame around it. That one doesn't. I'm thinking I might take these off. Yeah, they're definitely going to come off, and I think I might take these off. Well, I'll do that off camera, and then I'll take a picture of the card, and we'll show you how it turned out when it was all done. I hope you enjoyed this really quick video, and again, I apologize for my little voice issues here, but this was a Make It on Monday that I'm doing wee hours of the morning, so hopefully it'll post instead of it Monday night, it'll post earlier in the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned. Bye.